McLaren and Mercedes have finally unveiled their new cars for the 2024 season. The cars are markedly different and showcase varying degrees of progress compared to their previous versions. Let's start with McLaren and their MCL38 car. The team has already presented us with their livery, and now we can see the car itself. Visually, it's practically the same car as last year, with minor changes to the side pod's shape. The overall concept remains unchanged, but perhaps McLaren has introduced some innovative solutions and doesn't want to reveal them too soon, hence the flat floor. Team principal Andrea Stella shared his thoughts on the new car and mentioned that the team is already working on the first upgrade package. Going into this year, we look to build on the momentum of last season, but are realistic in the knowledge that every team will have made progress and found competitiveness for their 2024 cars. The team has done a good job over the winter, and we are confident we can hit the ground running. But we know we have important tasks at hand before the season starts. There are a number of innovations on the car, but not all the areas we want to address have been completed for our launch spec car. Those areas now become the focus of our in-season development, which is already in progress. So far, this is a worrying sign for McLaren. It seems the team may once again start the season not where they would like to be and rely on quality updates throughout the season. But as Zack Brown confirms, the real test for the new car will be Bahrain. The fantastic thing about this sport is how competitive it is, and therefore we must remain realistic as every team will have made progress in the off-season. The true test of whether we've made steps in the right direction will be quali in Bahrain. We're all excited to go racing again, but we know there's a long season ahead of us and a lot of work still to do to ensure we build on the progress we made throughout 2023. Meanwhile, Mercedes W15 sees plenty of changes. According to Mercedes technical director James Allison, the new car presents an opportunity to address the constraints of the chassis, rear suspension, and gearbox design. Additionally, the car features a different aerodynamic concept. Mercedes has introduced a new front wing for the car. Compared to the previous season, it is more detailed, with changes to the typical Mercedes central section. Now, the nose of the car is not connected to the first wing element. Also, unlike the W14, the new car does not feature channels for hot air extraction, but rather employs a concept typical for other teams. And of course, the side pods. The new car features a unique inlet design for the side pods, but the lateral part seems to look too simple. Perhaps Mercedes is hiding some new developments for now and will unveil them in Bahrain. As for the livery, Mercedes managed to surprise. Fans speculated whether it would be black or silver, but it turns out both colors will be present on the new car. Also, the traditional Mercedes emblems have returned to the rear of the car, reminiscent of older models. Overall, the car presentation went without loud statements. Team principal Toto mentioned that the main goal was to create a stable and predictable car. The target is to do a good job. Look inwards, like I said. Try to have a car on track that is predictable, that has lots of downforce, a strong engine, and just do a solid job, deliver on our targets. That is what we would like to achieve, to give a car to Lewis and George that they enjoy driving, and not as difficult as the previous years. Mercedes has done significant work, substantially altering their car, but will this be enough to become a stable second force in the field, or even compete for victories? We'll only find out at the beginning of this season.